Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Embracing Life in Issaquah. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, and I'm here with your host, Rebecca Kuno-Scott. Hello, Rebecca.
Hey, Chris. Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
I'm good. Looking good today. Good hair day. Yes, I like it. It's very good.
The easy go with the flow hair.
Go with the flow. I like it. Well, you know what's cool about this show, Embracing Life in Issaquah, is that from time to time, we get to bring the spotlight on some cool businesses in Issaquah. I just love this because it allows the community to connect with itself. Like small business owners go out into their community and they have something to share with the community. And sometimes they go unnoticed, or people living there don't know about them. And so I love that you're bringing light to businesses you've encountered that you enjoy. So we have 5 for you guys today, and it's an eclectic bunch, and that's okay because I think it keeps varieties good. But let's just start with number 1, Rebecca. Like let's go into a couple restaurants because I know you got a couple of those you love. So let's start there.
Sure. So there are 2 that come to mind, both of which are a smaller mom and pop shop kind of restaurant, and which I really love. I love the small independents. I think there's a place for chains, and I also love embracing small business whenever possible.
Yep.
So the 2 that I really wanted to highlight today for everybody is one is a Mexican restaurant and one is a Thai restaurant. The Mexican restaurant is just off of Gilman Boulevard, kind of across the street from the Target shopping center. And it's called La Venadita. And it has been there for years. And it's a little taqueria. And it's owned by a wonderful man named Jose. And it's a little hole in the wall kind of place.
Yeah.
They do amazing street tacos. They also, my favorite dish that I get is their shrimp diabla. And I'm actually a spicy wuss, and that usually is a spicy dish, but they always pare it down for me so that I can eat it, and it's fantastic.
Yum, I'm getting hungry.
They do a really delicious, authentic torta, which if you don't know what a torta is, it's a Mexican sandwich with a very specific kind of bread, and you have a few different meat options. So it's very real, very authentic. It feels like it takes me back to Mexico. The owner is just a sweet, sweet man, really hardworking, family run, great place. So definitely, if you're in the mood for Mexican, check out La Venadita for sure.
They do lunches and dinners?
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Cool. Awesome.
And they even, it's not a regular part of their mix, but they do, you can make special arrangements for catering if it's not too big.
Nice.
They don't do the serving, but you can do large, with advanced planning, some larger orders, because they've done some catering for me from time to time.
Perfect. In your real estate stuff or birthday parties or what?
No, it was actually for a personal event, but it was about 150 person event.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And they supplied all the food for it, and
Awesome.
It was fantastic. Everybody loved it. So.
Cool. Love it. What's the Thai place? I love Thai
food.
food.
The Thai place is called Samilian Thai, and that is off of East Lake Sammamish Parkway. It kind of shares the parking lot with the 24-hour fitness and the Overlake Urgent Care. It's kind of by Fred Meyer, that area of town. And it also is a little small hole in the wall place. If you look consistently, they consistently advertise in like Valpak, and you can usually find a 10% off coupon. Nice. And again, family run restaurant, delicious food, spot on all the time, very consistent in the quality.
What's your favorite dish there?
My favorite, I was just about to say that, my favorite dish, their yellow curry is really delicious. And I didn't used to be a curry fan, but my husband is. Yeah. And so he would get that, and I'd get, something else. I really like their pad thai. I also really like their pad see ew. But he'd always order their yellow curry. I was like, oh, that looks kind of good. And so then I'd take a few bites and try. So now I'm hooked.
Yes, I love curry.
I love their yellow curry. Again, and they're really good too at adjusting the spice levels. So if you really love spice, they can kick it up for you. And if you need it to be dialed back, nice. They're very accommodating there. They also, not all the time, but regularly have like black mango sticky rice as like a dessert.
Yum.
So they have some really lovely, lovely traditional Thai desserts that are great.
Cool.
What else is really good? I actually do really like their pad see ew. That's one of my daughter's favorites. Their chicken saute is incredible. Their peanut sauce is fantastic.
Yep, that's so good.
Yeah. So that's our go-to when we want Thai food. That's the go-to. Whether we dine in or take it to go. That's surefire for us.
I love it. That's so good. Awesome. So those are the 2 restaurants in this particular episode. How about give me the next one? I can't remember even what it was now, but there's a.
Sure. So
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, I'm a pet owner, and I actually now have 3 dogs because crazy. Nice. So nice. I have two smaller breed dogs, and then I have a lab puppy.
Oh, wow.
And so our puppy is actually brand new. She'll be 3 months old coming up.
Oh my gosh, busy.
Today.
Wow.
3 months old today. So we have lots of vet visits. And so the vet that we go to is the Klahani Vet Clinic, which is in the Klahani Shopping Center. And I have been going there for the past about 4 or 5 years, ever since I got my first dog. And just really love the staff. They're very friendly, very easy to schedule appointments. What I really love about Dr. Kepler, there's a few different vets that work there.
Okay.
We consistently see Dr. Kepler, but I've heard great things about the other vets as well. What I really love about her is she'll let us know if there's different treatment options that need to be addressed. Right. She'll walk us through kind of the different levels of care, right? Because let's be honest, veterinary care can be very expensive.
Yeah.
Most people don't have pet insurance. And so a lot of times it's something you're paying for out of pocket. So I feel like she does a really good job of educating me as the pet parent. What are my options? This really needs to be done. Mm-hmm. This would probably be a good idea to do, but not necessary. And then this is like reaching top shelf care,
Yeah.
And depending on what the situation is, even if I go with the most basic service, she doesn't make me feel like I'm a bad pet parent by trying to be fiscally responsible.
Right. Right. Yes, I love that.
And so I love that because we had an instance with our puppy where all of a sudden she started vomiting a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
And so they got her in right away, and they gave us a few different options of what we could do. And we were pretty confident she hadn't eaten anything that was going to really harm her.
Yeah.
But she didn't rush us to go say, oh my gosh, you have to get x-rays right away. Like we have, you know, she said, let's try this anti-nausea medicine first. Let's give it a few hours. Let's see how she does.
Yeah.
And then reassess.
Nice.
And so that's what we did. And so she saved us the money, whereas maybe some other vets would be, oh my gosh, we have to rush this pet to getting x-rays and so on and so forth. And she didn't. And they're just very friendly, and I really appreciate that. And they take good care of all 3 of our dogs.
Yeah, that's so good. I love it. Cool. So that's a great shout out for the vet. Yeah. Klahani Vet Clinic, right?
Yep. And it's right next to it's just a couple doors down from the QFC and the Klahani Shopping Center.
Perfect. All right. I love it. All right, good. Take me to the next business.
Sure. The next business, and this one's kind of really eclectic, and it's on a as needed basis, although I guess the pets isn't, the vet is on the
yeah, I suppose that's
everybody has a pet. But the next one is I really love my physical therapist. In an effort of embracing life with my daughter last spring, I took her and a friend skiing. And of course, much to my dismay, that skiing adventure turned into me completely tearing my ACL.
Oh no.
And so that required surgery.
Yeah.
And so, after surgery, then I of course needed physical therapy. And so through a friend of mine who a couple months prior had also sustained a knee surgery, but hers did not require surgery, it just required PT.
Yeah.
She referred me to her PT, and his name is Reed Cuther, and he is the owner of Phoenix Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Okay.
And that is can't think of the street that it's on, but it's just back behind the post office.
Okay.
And he and his team are just incredible. They took really great care of me. I worked with them over the course of 6 months, and he's got high level clientele. I can't say names, but there were some former pro athletes that go to see him.
Wow, cool.
He knows his stuff, right?
Yeah.
And really just good guy. And I can't say enough great things about him. Just
tell me the name
friendly.
of the business again. Phoenix.
It is Phoenix Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Yeah. Got it.
Yes.
Cool. Got it. I love it.
And there's a few physical therapists there. I didn't work with them. I worked with Reed specifically. All of them seemed lovely, but Reed in particular, he's a great guy.
Awesome.
So if you have a need for any sort of physical therapy, and he doesn't just do knees, he does all sorts of physical therapy.
Yeah, I bet. Good.
But he worked with former pro athletes to, preteen kids who have an injury from just doing a ton of sports, and everybody in between.
I love Issaquah because it seems very outdoorsy. Like, you're close to North Bend. You've got a lot of different things you can do. I just think the Pacific Northwest is full of active people anyway. So I'm sure if you're an active person, a physical therapist is going to be a good contact for you to have. So cool. Definitely. I love it. Good recommendation. Definitely. Okay. Take me to the last one. The coffee shop. Yeah.
Coffee shop. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. So if you are looking to get out of just hitting up Starbucks, and Starbucks is great. I think there's a place for Starbucks. Even though they're all over the world, they're still local to us, right?
Yeah, right.
So I love my Starbucks, and I also love to support smaller kind of mom and pop shops.
Yep.
And there are actually 2 coffee shops in Issaquah that are smaller independents or smaller chains that I really like. So the first one is an independent, and that's Issaquah Coffee Shop, and that is over on Gilman, and it's just got a cool, funky vibe.
Yeah.
And their coffee's really delicious, and it feels like a cool place to hang out.
Yeah, right? I love those kind of coffee shops. Like when I think coffee shop, like I love that vibe because that's where like if I'm going to do my creative work from a laptop or whatever, I love going to those kinds of places.
Yep. So that's definitely Issaquah Coffee Shop. And that is, like I said, down in Gilman Village, kind of tucked on the backside of Gilman Village. Perfect. The other one that is up in Issaquah Highlands, and this one's a small chain, is Cafe Ladro. And they're just, they're off the main drag of Issaquah Highlands, just off of Park Drive. And I love their pastries, and they've got a really incredible like ham and cheese croissant, but then they always have all these beautiful pies. They have an assortment of wonderful breads, and then their baristas are just always super friendly, and their coffee is really delicious. So those are my coffee shop hangouts, and it's got a cool vibe too for hanging out. Yeah.
That's so good. I love coffee shops. Maybe that's because I'm from the Northwest too, originally from Portland, and then in your neck of the woods. But I love a good coffee shop. There's something about the Northwest vibe of a coffee shop. So it's always good to find new ones. Thanks for sharing those. You know what else I love about this episode? As a realtor, I think sometimes so many real estate agents go with the traditional marketing of things like, look what I listed, look what I sold, and there's a place for that. But I love that you're out in the community, and so people choose to buy homes in communities, and so for you to start to help us get more out of our communities that we live in by highlighting businesses, I just think that's really smart. And so I love that you're doing that. I look forward to future episodes where you do that. If you guys listening to this know of businesses that you love that Rebecca should check out, like drop it in the comments on Facebook, because we're trying to find more ways to connect you guys with the community. So yeah.
Definitely. I would love to hear people's recommendations of other, whether it's because there's actually, I'd like to do an episode. There's a few big box stores in our neighborhood, in our community that I actually think do a really good job.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to talk about that in another episode as well, because I think big box can sometimes get a bad rap. I think having a mix of both is really important for community and for economy, right?
Absolutely.
But I would love to hear places that people love from the community so that I can make sure I check them out too.
Yeah, if you guys are watching this on the Facebook, even in the YouTube channel for that matter, but if you're watching this on Facebook right now, like feel free to drop in the comments below, what business is it? Any kind of business, really. What business do you really love, and tell us why, so that we can reach out and just get to know that business. But Rebecca, thank you. If people want to reach out to you and connect with you on Facebook, like how do they find you on Facebook?
Sure. Embracing Life in Issaquah on my page on Facebook is a great way to connect with me. Yeah. Or they can shoot me a text or a phone call at 425-395-4573.
Awesome. I know one of the things that we do in real estate is we'll often do free market evaluations or different things. If you're thinking about buying a house and you want to know what's kind of going on in the market, how much house can you afford, stuff like that. Like, you're a great resource for that. So you guys don't be bashful in texting or calling Rebecca about those things as well, because that's what she's good at. You've been doing real estate as long as I've been doing real estate.
Yeah, it'll be 20 years this March.
Yeah, I mean,
I love doing a market analysis. So
yeah, you're super good at it, and you've been in the industry for a long time, so you've seen in the community, so you've seen the community grow, and you really know the inventory. So yeah, awesome. Okay, well, cool, Rebecca. Thanks for this episode. We'll catch you next time, and until then, take care.
Bye.
Bye.